मांगन मरण समान है, मत मांगो कभी भीख। मांगन से मरना भला, यह सतगुरु की सीख।
When you stand at a traffic signal or even at a religious place, railway station, or any other crowded place, you see a lot of familiar faces called beggars. Begging in India is not something new to our society. The elderly, disabled, kids, and women with babies are frequently seen begging around, which has now become a profession for these people. When economists talk about any activity related to money, they always discuss the opportunity cost of the action.
The opportunity cost of an action is what you have to give up doing in order to do that action. For example, if you spend 10 minutes watching this video, you cannot use these 10 minutes to do some other activity like watching a movie or reading a book. So similarly, when you give a rupee to a beggar, the cost of opportunity is charity and the education of poor kids that could have been done using that rupee. So you should not give, you should give effectively.
People generally donate money to beggars because of a feeling of guilt on seeing the poor or a desire to help a disabled person. But with that desire, they fail to realize that they, by giving money to beggars, are doing exactly the opposite of what they intend to do. ₹1 each a day to a child beggar, they just give his parents or the group for which he works a strong incentive to keep him in the begging business, rather than send him to school or at least make him learn some sort of trade. Also, a person who could have earned 50 rupees a day by labor might give up his work so he can earn 100 rupees a day by begging. Some small children and babies are rented out to adult beggar women in order to play on people's emotions and earn more money. Continuous rise in begging may create various problems in society and for the nation. It may lead to various other crimes like kidnapping of children, injuring and deforming people, and increasing the racket of beggary. There is also a need for public awareness as well as a platform for public opinion on this issue.
Begging should be an offense, and anyone who is really in dire needs, right, if he is found begging, we should basically help him, like government should or police should take him to some places where they can be given food, medication, whatever they need. But begging should be banned, because if there is no legislation, we don't forcefully stop begging, people will keep begging because it's very easy.
मुझे लगता है कि हाँ, ये एक बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है हमारे कंट्री में, खास करके हमारे देश में। और मुझे ये भी पता है कि भिखारियों का रैकेट चलता है और ये एक तरह का उनके लिए बिजनेस है। बहुत बच्चों को अंधा बना दिया जाता है, खाना बना दिया जाता है। जो रैकेट जो लोगों को यूज़ करते हैं, तो डायरेक्टली जो भीख मांगने के लिए जो बच्चे आते हैं उस रैकेट के, वो उस एक रैकेट का जो एक ओवरऑल जो साजिश होता है उसके शिकार होते हैं। इनकी बहुत ज़्यादा गलती नहीं है, बहुत ज़्यादा गलती उनकी है जो बड़े लेवल पे इस रैकेट को चलाते हैं, जो एक्चुअली सामने लोगों के नहीं आते। और अगर हम ये देखते हैं कि हमें ये चीज़ को ख़त्म करना चाहिए, तो हमें किसी भी चीज़ को ख़त्म करने के लिए जैसे कि रूट पे वार करना चाहिए, तो हमें उसी तरह गवर्नमेंट को ये एक्शन लेना चाहिए कि रैकेट का जो मेन जो लोग रिस्पॉन्सिबल हैं जो रैकेट को चलाने के लिए इस तरह के, उन लोगों को ख़त्म करना चाहिए, न कि भिखारियों को जो भीख मांगते हैं एक्चुअली उनको ख़त्म करना चाहिए।
Like, yes, obviously it is a wide known fact that, widely believed fact that like this is an industry. तो बच्चों और बूढ़े औरत को मतलब बूढ़े लोगों को इसलिए भेजा जाता है क्योंकि they will gain sympathy और लोग ज़्यादा पैसे देंगे, तो obviously इसीलिए उनको भेजा जाता है। Yes, I think it's an industry, but I think we personally cannot do anything unless and until we are part of the government. The government has to take some action against, like, do something for this beggar actually.
Begging, especially by children, is a violation of rights of children. It's a burning issue everywhere, especially in cities like Bangalore. They say they are drugged, and we also know that these children are forced into, a lot of children are forced into begging, and their bosses, very often this is a mafia operation, and a lot of children there are agents involved, brokers involved. They move around to pick up children from the villages or wherever they find children who are vulnerable, and they promise them, they lure them with a lot of promises, and then they literally become their slaves. They have no escape from this, and then they torture them to deform them or to show injury, so that that will evoke more sympathy from the public. So the collection will be more.
बहुत इज्जत दे रहा हूँ मैसेज को, बोल रहा हूँ ना चलेगा। बहुत इज्जत दे रहा हूँ मैसेज को, जा बोल रहा ना जा।
First of all, he or she becomes a victim of begging, and then she becomes a victim of police action, and ultimately he or she is confined into a beggar home where a lot of freedom is curtailed, and a lot of human rights violations take in the premises of these institutions. And the beggar homes also, that's on the other side of the problem. Most of the beggar homes are not managed well. There is corruption involved. There are not trained people to deal with these people or take care of these children. And it's another institution to make money for by the government officials who are in charge of that. So people do not like to remain in the beggar homes. I mean, there are even adults as well as children. There are incidents of people running away from the beggar homes because it's that badly managed in terms of treatment or in terms of food. Things are very, very bad there.
ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ 100-150 ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ತೊಂದರೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಬಂದು ವಸೂಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ? ಯಾರು ವಸೂಲಿ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಪೊಲೀಸರು ತೊಂದರೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಾ? ಪೊಲೀಸರು ತೊಂದರೆ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತು ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಹುಡುಕಲ್ಲ ಇವಾಗ?
ಮಕ್ಕಳು ದೊಡ್ಡಲ್ಲ ಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗೆ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಕೆಲಸ.
ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ? ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಭಿಕ್ಷೆ ಬೇಡ?
ಇಲ್ಲ 100-150 ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
ಸಾಕಾಗತ್ತಾ ನಿಮಗೆ? ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಸಾಕಾಗತ್ತಾ?
ಸಾಕು. ಹಿಂಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಪೊಲೀಸರು ಬಂದು ಇದು ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಬೆಗ್ಗರ್ ಖಾನಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ.
ಬೆಗ್ಗರ್ ಖಾನಿಗೆ.
ಬೆಗ್ಗರ್ ಖಾನೆ, ಬೆಗ್ಗರ್ ಹೋಮ್.
500 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕಟ್ಟಿ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ಬೇಕು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ
500 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅವರಿಗೆ.
It's horrible. It's like a jail. It's not kept well. Sanitation, or the health hazard. It's too bad. Probably that's. Of course, I didn't have any chance to taste the food that they give it to them. I didn't have an opportunity for that. But in the very atmosphere is not very friendly for a human being, neither for a nor a human being.
कोई भी हेल्प नहीं चाहिए हमको.
ಹೆಸರು ನಿಂದು?
That's where your very approach has to change. If you treat them as criminals, this is definitely not going to help. So you have to be proactive in dealing with them as a social problem, as a personality problem. There should be counseling, proper rehabilitation, educational facilities. Most of the thrust should be perhaps the emphasis should be on these aspects rather than treating them as criminals.